Hello guys, Luke here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing Would You Rather again, which is also called either.io. That is the website you go to play this game. If you haven't seen this before, basically it's a bunch of hypothetical questions. There's only two answers, there's no backing out, there's no third option, nothing. We just logic our way out of each question basically. And anyway, let's get right into it. This is episode 2, by the way. My first episode I filmed quite a while ago, about 6 months ago. So if you're interested in seeing the first one, that's also on the channel a bit further back. But here we go with episode 2 of Would You Rather. Would you rather have uncontrollable ear hair or have uncontrollable nose hair? Now, my first thing that comes to mind here is, it says, by the way, down the bottom, you cannot trim or alter either of them. So what I would do here, if I had uncontrollable ear hair and could not trim it, I would make sure my head hair blended in with it so it just looked like head hair. And the same thing with the nose, except with facial hair. So if I had uncontrollable nose hair, I would just sort of grow a mustache and like it would look like part of the mustache. But which one would I rather have? I'd probably have, I know this is bad, but they're both bad. The ear hair. Because I'd rather not grow a decent sized mustache. I'd rather just be mostly clean shaven and just have the ear hair be part of my head hair, so to speak. So I'm going to go with that option. Oh yeah, so I wonder, let's say the comments here. Girls can cover it with their hair, yep. Boys can fix the nose hair problem with the mustache. Yeah, so exactly what I said. I didn't even scroll down. Why can't a guy cover it with their hair? As it happens, I have long hair and it must... So yeah, a guy is perfect because you can have either. It's funny that we have to choose between these things. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Would you rather watch a volcano erupt or witness a meteor hitting Earth? Oh, they're both cool. Unfortunately, meteor hitting Earth could have catastrophic problems. So could a volcano, but I'm guessing less problems with the volcano erupting. Yeah, I'm gonna go volcano here. Yeah, I think because most people think. Wait, it says here, you would not be harmed, you would however be impressed. I would much love to see a meteor hit Earth, but I wouldn't want it to hurt anyone. So that's the main choice there, like that's why I chose that option. Anyway, on to the next one. Would you rather have everything you touch turn to dust or have everything you touch turn to gold? Both terrible. Of course, you've all heard this story of Midas, the Midas touch. Midas's hand, I should say. Turning everything to gold, even your loved ones, is not good. So literally everything you touch turns to gold. But everything you touch turns to dust is also equally bad. So I guess I'd go for gold just because you won't have a worthless thing in front of you after you touch it. You'll have something worth something. Maybe. Because if you turn everything to gold, then what is gold worth? It's once it's a plentiful resource, is it worth anything? Well, dust is never going to be worth anything. But yeah, I'd probably go with gold here. Wow, 8% went to... Yeah, so you just go... What do the comments say here? Including food and people. So wait, how could you eat? You could get stuff injected into you. God, that's a terrible life to have. Either way, you're going without whatever you touch. Why not make it useful? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, awkward question again, guys. Yeah, anyway, next one. If you raced go-karts, would you rather embrace death or become a vegetable? Oh, they're both... I would embrace death just because... A vegetable life is not much of a life either. You basically got full use of your brain, but no use of your limbs or any motor function. So I would rather probably just die. But this comes down to a very personal choice. It's not really, there's no logical way of answering this question. So I'm going to embrace death. Oh yeah, it's a popular answer too. Go-karts have nothing to do with this question. Pretty much, yeah. It could have just said, would you rather? Still, I like that question. Next one. Would you rather have a drunk personal driver or have a thieving maid/nanny? Okay, here's the logic for this one. Yes, as a thieving maid or nanny, they would steal from you, but would they kill you? That's basically how I'm looking at this question. A drunk personal driver can kill you in a car accident, whereas a thief doesn't kill you. There's not much you can do. I'd rather live and be thieved from. Yeah, so what do they say here? You cannot fire them and you must use their services. Yeah, okay. I don't have shit worth stealing anyway. I like that one. What about your computer? Oh no. Yeah, there's no decent comeback from that. It's just either be stolen from or die at the hands of a drunk driver. Would you rather live to be 120 and accomplish nothing notable, or live to be 50 and be well known for world-changing accomplishments? This comes down to what sort of person you are. If you're the type of person that thinks of themselves the way others think of you, so like if you think of yourself highly, if other people think of you highly, then you'd go with the one on the red. But if you don't care and just want to live a long life and experience as much as you possibly can about the world and about, science or, just, Just living longer. Life is great. So I would go for the blue there. Living to 50. I'm turning 30 this year. I only got 20 years left on the planet for this one. That's not my, you're well known, but are you going to know that you're well known? You're going to be dead. You're not going to know. So I'm going to go with this one. Holy crap. Okay, I did not expect that. The time of your life is what it's called. I think living to be 120 is notable enough. Yeah, On to the next question. Would you rather be the first to climb Mount Everest, be the first on the moon? Well, see, everyone knows who's first on the moon. Neil Armstrong. So, and I don't remember who's first to climb Everest, so I guess history teaches me that leaving planet Earth is more notable. So I would go moon. Yeah. Would you rather be best friends with Harry Potter or be best friends with Katniss Everdeen? I don't know who that is. Am I meant to know who that is? Hold on. I guess even knowing who Katniss is, I would still go with friends of Harry Potter. Be an interesting bloody life being a friend of Harry Potter's. Although lots of loss is experienced there as well, I guess, by every friend of his. So yeah, it's not good either. But anyway, that's what I would go with. Would you rather have $150 in quarters or have $100 in paper money? If someone came to you and said, here's a container and it's got $150 worth of quarters in it, and in my other hand there's just $100 of paper money, I'd probably still, it seems cheap of me, but I'd probably still go the quarters, because you can go to a bank and like empty the container into a machine and it counts it, puts it in your account. So I guess I'd go for the quarters. This is not me being cheap, it's literally just logical thinking, is that this one has more money and doesn't require too much work. If this required a lot more work, like if this was like in single, like $1 checks to cash, I would probably not do that because it's a bit annoying. But in quarters, yeah, why not? You just chuck it into a machine and it goes in your bank account. So I don't see the problem there. Let's do that. Yeah, so people would rather have the money. Let's have a look here. You can't exchange your quarters for paper money. You have to spend them as quarters. Well, technically, I'm spending them when I put them into the bank machine, right? Well, you know what? This might change my answer because I have to spend them as quarters. But you know what? A lot of places would take, I'll just use it every time I buy groceries. Vending machine heaven. Yeah, that's a good answer too. If you were only allowed to read one comic book company's comic books, would you rather only read Marvel, only read DC Comics? I'm not a huge fan of either, but I'd probably go Marvel just because I like Iron Man. I love the Iron Man films. And I love Deadpool, so I guess that's another good reason. What's another good reason to like Marvel? Oh yeah, I recently saw Shazam. Wait, Shazam Marvel? I can't remember. Anyway, I prefer Marvel because mostly because of Iron Man. Whew, that's a big divide. Would you rather have no tongue or have no teeth? I'm going to think about this one for a little bit. Okay, I've thought about it. If you have no tongue, you can't talk. I would much rather be able to keep talking. Having no teeth, you can still talk, but it's a bit lispy, maybe, a bit hard to understand, but at least you can talk still. Yes, you can't eat solid foods. That's the other thing I thought about here. You can't eat solid foods without teeth. I'd go no teeth. It's again, weird question. It's a good question. What's here? No, you cannot get dentures. They would not be forcibly removed. You would just never have them. Okay, so there's no pain involved either with removing teeth. I shouldn't read comments yet. I should just answer. I'm going no teeth. Wow, yep. Lots of people would rather do that. Both would cause you to have speech problems, but I think teeth would be easy to manage. Yeah, that's what I was going with there. Teeth are easy to replace. You can't replace them, mate. You can't get dentures. Both of them suck, but I kind of like being able to talk too. I don't know. It's very weird. Dude, smoothies. Dude, diabetes. Yeah, smoothies equals diabetes. Just have low sugar smoothies. You're good, mate. No dentures, but teeth. See, people are trying to find a way out of it. There's no great answer for this one. It's just, would you rather not talk at all or talk a bit and not be able to chew things? Basically, that's what it comes down to. Would you rather be Chev Chelios from Crank or be the transporter? I would definitely be the transporter because you get to drive nice cars fast. So transporter. Yeah. Why would you want to be Chev? Yeah. So Jason Statham. Yeah. If you didn't know, these are both Jason Statham films. Or Transport is a series of films. Crank, there's 2 films, and he goes through a lot of shit in Crank that I would not like to go through. Thank you very much. Next question. Would you rather get electrocuted for 10 seconds or get slapped 20 times? Well, that all depends. How? Oh, it says no long-term effects for either. Okay. So that's good at least, but slapped, how hard is the slap? And how much ample voltage is the electrocution? I shouldn't read comments yet. Because if they're 20 like just light slaps, it's not going to do anything. And if you're electrocuted at like 0.01 of an ampage, you're also not barely going to feel it. So I guess the curiosity in me says I'd get electrocuted for 10 seconds because it's no long-term effect, so it's not going to kill you. It might hurt, slapping, but if someone slaps you really hard, it does hurt, and 20 times in the same spot is going to cane and leave a bit of a mark too. Not long-term, but like short-term mark. Electrocution would be, I don't know. I think I'd get electrocuted. I don't know what. This weird answer again, but yeah, I knew it was going to be less popular, but like no one says how hard the slaps are and how much ampage is. Yeah, how many volt-amps is the first question. Athletes use electroshock therapy to help with muscles that have been injured. They don't use high voltage and amps. Yeah, exactly. Electrocution doesn't mean death. The comments are stupid on this one. People are still talking about death. It says here in the description, no long-term effects for either. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Would you rather use only Windows ME, which is Millennium Edition for those who don't know, for the rest of your life, or use only a 16-inch CRT monitor? And CRT, by the way, is cathode ray tube, for those who don't know. They both suck. Let's put it that way. Millennium Edition means I cannot run Sea of Thieves. I cannot run probably a lot of games, actually. Sea of Thieves is a Windows 10 exclusive, or should I say Microsoft Store exclusive game. I don't know if I could find a way of like making it work on ME. Maybe I could, I don't know. I'm guessing not. So I wouldn't be able to play my favorite game. But also this one, a CRT monitor. Yes, you can get like 75 hertz CRT monitors, so they can be still high frame rate, like higher than 60 frames. But 16 inch is so... I've used Millennium Edition, by the way. It's dated back to, I think, 2001, 2002, around that time the ME came out, and I believe it was a bit of a flop, which is why not many people have heard of it. But I'm going to go for this in the hopes that I can actually play Sea of Thieves on it. I hope. Or failing that, I do have an Xbox One that can play Sea of Thieves with keyboard and mouse. So I guess I'd just do that and run my Discord and stuff on Windows ME. God, it would suck. That's a close question. But I cringe at both of these. They're so bad. Oh, I forgot about, CRTs are usually 4:3 ratio too, so it wouldn't even be widescreen. Oh, that would suck. All right, well, again, I only went with this answer based on the premise that I can try and get Sea of Thieves working on it, but probably not going to. Anyway, I think we'll go for one more question here, guys, for this episode. Last one. Here we go. Would you rather have 3 nipples or have 1 nipple? What a controversial question. I wonder what it would mean for women. Would it mean you have a third breast? Having 3, or would you just have a random nipple somewhere? Maybe 2 nipples on one breast and 1 on the other. I guess I'd go for 1. It's 1 less nipple to get scraped on something. Like maybe, have you ever swam in a swimming pool and you've climbed up the side of the pool and you've accidentally scraped a nipple like on the concrete side of the pool? Oh God, it canes. It's almost the feeling of having it ripped off your chest. So I guess having 1 less nipple would reduce the risk of that. Although I'd look out for that problem now, but it would reduce. I don't see any benefit of having a 3rd nipple, so I guess I'll go 1. Okay, that's not what I thought would have been the case. Instead of 3, just have 1 extra large while the other is normal. There's no bad scenario with this question. It's just, would you rather have 3 or 1? Nothing really changes. But anyway, that is going to do it for Would You Rather. Kind of a weird ending there. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy these hypotheticals. They're great to sort of logic out of them. So yeah, if you haven't seen my first Would You Rather, I did use a lot of logic there to get myself out of some tight situations with some of these questions. Same as you've seen here today. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this episode of Would You Rather. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe for more content like this, and we'll see you guys around the channel. Alright, have a good one.